Hello, social media people. A lot of times I will tell you my experiences in life and share like medicines I've taken that didn't quite suit me well or whatever. I wanted to share my wonderful, not really wonderful, dreadful experience today at the ophthalmologist. Because I get to go back and repeat it in 4 weeks, the same thing over again. So I'm just going to let y'all know ahead of time. Because, when I'm about to experience something, I always look it up online to see who else has gone through it first so that I can kind of steal my resources and be like brave about it. I'm not the bravest person, but I just believe that God will be with me through everything. It still doesn't take away the fear sometimes, honestly. So I had to go into the ophthalmologist because I was seeing the specialist at Walmart, and they're not ophthalmologists, any of them. And I ended up with a eye floater. As you guys know, I talked about the eye floater and asked people about their experiences with it, which thank you, by the way, for your kind responses. Very, very appreciated. Excuse me, still trying to get over this nasty cough. Anyway, so the guy at Walmart referred me to my regular doctor, which my regular doctor was like, "Why are they referring you here? There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to refer you out to the ophthalmologist." So he did, and that's where I was today. Anyway, the first part of the eye exam is typical. You're just reading off the board with the letters on it. What's the lowest line you can read? That sort of thing. Can you read the line above it? Blah, blah. Then they give you the chart up front. They have different kinds of charts. Sometimes they have you identify colors or numbers within these little circles with dots. Today, trying to think what they had me read. I don't remember. There was a thing with, it was like a circle and then it had like a faded out, it almost looked like an eye floater in it. Um, but there were like different numbers or something in there I was supposed to read. So they did that. And then she said, "Okay, I need you to tip your head back. I got to put a numbing drop in your eye." So I tipped back and she put the numbing drops in. And then she brought this blue light, kind of looks like a rounded point, almost like a pen cap is the way I would describe it. And it's got a little blue light on the end, and they bring it in real close, right onto your eyeball. You don't feel it. All you feel is a slight brushing on your eyelashes. So if you ever have to have the eye pressure test and they put the numbing drops in your eyes, first of all, the numbing drop, they'll say it might sting. For me, today anyways, the sting was like that. Literally, just sting gone. I was very happy about that because I've had drops that really burned the heck out of my eyes. These were not bad at all. So she put the drops in. She brought the blue light up. She's like, "Hold real still and open your eyes as wide as you can." And I got little squinty, beady eyes, so that's kind of hard for me to do. But I opened them real wide. She put the thing on my eye. She looked inside both eyes. She said, "Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to put another drop in. It's going to dilate your pupil." And since the floater is only in this eye, she dilated this pupil only, which was kind of weird because it kind of puts you off kilter when you only have one eye dilated. Anyway, she dilated the pupil. She looked in my eye again. And then she took me to a room, a waiting room, where I sat there and waited for like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, half hour. I don't know how long it was. It wasn't that long. Then they took me back in with the ophthalmologist. The ophthalmologist did the typical, put the thing up to your eyes, looked in your eyes with the little light type camera, kind of like a big microscope type thing, because he can look really deep into your eye. Plus, it was already dilated, so he could look into my eye. So then he said, "Okay, I'm going to put another drop in your eye. It's just going to dilate it a little bit more, I guess." So he did that. So there's my third set of drops. Or maybe it was just the third drop. I can't remember if he put the drop in both eyes. I think he only did it in the one, but who knows? Nah, he probably did it in both. Okay, anyway, he kept looking in my eyes real close. And then once he was done looking in my eyes with the big brighter light, And he had me looking left, right, up, down, to the side, blah, blah, blah. Um, he, well, the lady, I forgot to tell you, she holds up a finger. She's like, cover your eye like this. And I'm going to hold up my finger. How many fingers do I have? One. And then she'll bring them down here. Two, one, two, whatever she does. And then after that, okay, so we're going back to the guy now. The ophthalmologist was a man. So then he says, I'm going to have you tip your head way back. And he put the chair back, which I hate when you tip my chair back. It causes trauma because in a dental office once, they tipped me almost right on my head to do dental work on me. I could barely breathe. I had this big thing on my mouth. It was very, very traumatizing. So anytime they tip a chair back, my brain starts freaking out, going, oh my gosh, I just tried to relax, and they didn't tip me way back. So he's like, I need you to tip your head way up. I'm going to hold your eye, and I don't want you to move. I'm going to tell you what to do once I do this. And he took this big long swab on a wooden stick, tipped my eyelid back like this, and pressed it into my eyeball. So I was like this, and then he's like, okay, now look up to the right. And you're like trying to pry your eye up to the right because this thing is pressing your eye. And then go up to the left. Now I need you to look down. Now to the right. Now to the left. And then he would like move it like over to the side and then over here to this part. And then they do the bottom part. I think he just grabbed with his fingers for the bottom part. He's like, I need you to look way up to the ceiling. And I'm sitting there thinking, ugh, I would not want to be looking at somebody's eyeball. I give this guy kudos because that's just, ugh, no thank you. But yeah, he had me look every which way. He checked all the veins in the side of my eye and the blood vessels and whatever. I don't know. He checked everything. So after he was done doing that torment, that's the nicest way I can put it because that was a most horrid eye test I've ever had done. That was worse than the drops. Then he said, I got the good news for you is that you have no torn retina, which is good because that's what we worry about when you start getting the eye floaters. And there was no detached retina, which was also good, and no sign of any eye disease or anything like that. Everything looked good and healthy. So he said, I think what's happening is, and he showed me a picture of the eyeball. He's like, you have vitreous liquid in the back of your eye. Everybody does. It's a gel that's in our eyeballs are made of. It's way in the back. And where you're seeing the floater is because as you age, that vitreous liquid gets thinner and starts to kind of break off in like little pieces. And that's what you're seeing. I call it my sea monkey because it's literally, I can see it right now. It's like a little black, got a curly tail. And then it's got little squiggles on the top. And it moves like a sea monkey. Just zoop, zoop, like floating through the fluid. It's weird. All right. So anyway, he says, so we're going to have you back here in 4 weeks to repeat the process. I said, wait a minute. So dilating, he goes, yeah, we're going to do everything we did here today, just exactly as you had it done. I'm like, oh, great. He goes, yeah, well, we got to make sure everything, stays that way. And he told me, if you have any additional floaters that happen or dots, if you see any dots, let us know right away. If you start seeing flashes of light, he said, if you look to the side and you see like a quick flash, that's not what we're talking about. But if you see like blinking flashes or bright flashes or like a shadow or anything like that, let us know. It's because we're going to be watching now that you have the first eye floater. It's fine if you just have the one, but if we start seeing additional ones, then we're going to have to do something. So I'm very grateful for just the one little sea monkey floater. It doesn't bother me that much. I'm able to ignore it, which is good. I've had floaters before, but the floaters I had before were either pink or light blue in color, and I only saw them like, if you remember when you go like this and squeeze your eyes with your eyes closed, you see like little squirrely red lines, kind of pink lines. That's what the other eye floaters were like, and I only saw them like if I was looking in the sky and I took my eyes and shifted them from one side to the other, then I would see these things float by. But this thing, it like comes out on its own, like it literally swims across my eye, and it's very dark black, so you can't ignore it, and sometimes it'll go right in my vision line. So yeah, it can be a little bit frustrating, but it's very normal as you age. Apparently to have floaters and dots and stuff like that. But they always make sure that there's nothing serious going on, because sometimes when that liquid does whatever it does, it tears your retina. It interacts with your retinal fluid. Anyway, so don't be afraid if you're having floaters to go and see the ophthalmologist, but now you know a little bit more what to expect. Obviously, some doctors I think are rougher than others. This guy was pretty good. It's just the test is very uncomfortable. Having somebody flip your eyelid like that and push on your eyeball, that it's just awkward and it's just uncomfortable. It wasn't painful. It just was extremely uncomfortable. I was wiggling my foot the whole time, just shaking my foot because I was frustrated by the test. And I just really wanted it over with. Because when you have to go through something like that, it feels like it takes forever. And it really was a very quick test. But anyway, I don't have to go through it again till the 26th, so that's a good thing. I just wanted to share with you guys my experience with the ophthalmologist. Yippee yahoo. So now I have to do that again in 4 weeks, and I don't know what they do after that. Maybe just keep having you come back every 4 weeks the rest of your life. I hope not, because I really would like that to be the last time I ever have to have that done, if that's even possible. Anyway, just here to tell you, getting old is the pits. I don't like it. Not even just getting old, but having your body do weird things like that and fight against you and try to shut down in different parts and stuff. Yeah, not enjoyable. But I would love to hear your comments below. Please let me read your comments of your experiences with ophthalmology. Very, very different type of eye doctor experience than what I'm used to, for sure. All right, anyway, I survived it. I survived and lived to tell the story another day. Lived to tell the tale. So I hope that helped somebody out there if you're looking to get some care for your floaters or your eye health or whatever from the ophthalmologist. Now you kind of know what's going to happen when you get in there. Typical eye test and then some not so typical eye tests. All right. Well, you can count on me always bringing it to you genuinely and for real. By the way, thank you to the new subscribers. I had I think 6 new subscribers this past month or so. Thank you. Thank you for the viewers that are watching, especially the kitty videos. My kitty cats get more views than anything I've ever done, and so quickly. I think one day I watched and the views went to 400 within a half an hour on one of my cat videos. So thank you. It does help that you're doing that you're watching me, you're watching the ads, because it does build revenue. And that helps do my laundry. It helps pay my bills. It helped me get car repairs. Same with my GoFundMe. Same thing. We are using it to put tires on the car, to get alignment for the car. It's all being used for living expenses because I don't have a job right now. Trying to get a job, but things are on hold right now. And I did talk to some people today that were working with me to try to find work, and they said, the job market is just rough right now in Illinois. It just is for everybody. So just keep applying, and one day, basically, your ship will come in. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So my next big major accomplishment will be to get a sleep study. Probably why I have these bags under my eyes, and my eyes look like little tired, squinty things. Because I'm tired. I don't get as much sleep as I should. And I'm sure that plays into a lot of things. And I probably don't breathe right when I'm sleeping. So, got to go for a sleep study. I think they let you do it at home anyway. So, I'll just sleep hooked up to these wires and stuff overnight and then bring it back to them the next day. Anyway, things are looking up. The car now has 2 nice tires. And they took off the old tires for me. So, that's all done. Now we just got to get the alignment done and the oil change and go from there and hope the car lasts another year. The Jeep. All right, y'all. I just wanted to do a quick upload and kind of update you on my interesting ophthalmology appointment. Have a great one, everybody, and I will see you on the next live stream or the next video. Have a good night.